I think my mom took out debt in my name. What do I do? Posted by Maple Mochi Mist. I'm 26 and I moved out at 19. My relationship with my mom is complicated, but I describe it as fine as long as I don't ask questions. 2 weeks ago, I got a call from a number I didn't recognize. It was a debt collector asking for me by full legal name. I assumed it was spam, but they knew my old address, my mom's house, and the last 4 digits of my social security number. Since then, I've gotten 3 more calls. One of them said the debt was from a store credit card. I have never opened a store credit card in my life. I don't even shop at that store. I pulled my credit report tonight. I'm shaking. There are 2 credit cards I didn't open. A store card opened 18 months ago, currently delinquent. A rewards card opened 11 months ago, maxed out and also delinquent. Both accounts list my mom's address. One lists my mom's phone number. I called my mom immediately because I genuinely thought there was a mistake or maybe someone stole my info. She got weirdly calm and said, "Oh, those. Don't panic." I asked what she meant and she said, "I used them for emergencies. I was going to pay them, and you have to build credit somehow." I told her that isn't how it works, and she snapped, "Stop being dramatic. I'm your mother. I gave you life. You're acting like I robbed a bank." I don't even know what to do next. If I report it, am I sending my mom to jail? But if I don't report it, am I just accepting that I'm responsible for thousands of dollars I didn't spend? Also, she said she needed them for emergencies, but the transactions show stuff like DoorDash, a weekend hotel, a bunch of purchases at a beauty store, a cash advance. I live paycheck to paycheck. I have rent. I have student loans. I can't absorb this. I'm embarrassed that I didn't notice sooner, but I honestly don't check my credit because I wasn't planning on buying a house or car yet. What do I do first? What order do I do things in? I feel sick. Edit to add. My mom is not listed on any of my bank accounts. She doesn't have legal access. This seems like she used my info to apply. Edit to. Please stop messaging me. Your mom is a narcissist, like it's a spell that will fix my credit score. I get it. I just need steps. Update 1, 6 days later. First, thank you. I read every comment even if I didn't respond. I didn't realize how quickly this could snowball. Here's what I did in order. Froze my credit with all 3 bureaus. Disputed both accounts as fraudulent. Set up a fraud alert. Called both card companies to flag identity theft and ask for next steps. Started the paperwork for an identity theft report. The moment I froze my credit, my mom called me. How did she know? Because she tried to apply for something else in my name. She admitted that part by accident because she screamed, "Why would you do this to me? My application got denied." I was like, "Your application? In my name?" Then she pivoted and started sobbing. The sobbing sounded real, but the words were strategic. She kept saying, "I was going to pay it back. I did it for us. You're punishing me. Families don't do this to each other." Then my aunt texted me, "Your mother is under a lot of stress. You freezing your credit is humiliating her. Humiliating her. Not sorry you're dealing with fraud, just humiliating." I asked my mom for the truth. She finally admitted she used the cards because she was behind on bills and she thought she could float it and catch up later. She said she never meant for it to go late, but things happened. I asked her what the cash advance was. She said she doesn't remember. I told her I'm filing a police report unless she pays the cards off immediately and proves it. She said I was threatening her and called me cruel. Here's the kicker. She told me, word for word, "If you loved me, you'd take this on. You're young, you can recover." So, she's basically admitting she expects me to eat it. Right now, I'm stuck emotionally. Logically, I know what I have to do, but it feels like I'm stepping off a cliff. Small positive. One of the card companies told me this is extremely common with parents and to not feel guilty. The representative sounded like she'd had this call 1,000 times. Question: if I file the police report, Is it guaranteed she'll be arrested? Or can it be on record without immediately nuking my entire family? Update 2, 28 days later. I didn't want to post here, but the money part is turning into a family war and I need perspective. I filed the police report. Before anyone asks, I gave my mom a chance. I told her exactly what would happen. She had a week. She didn't pay anything. Instead, she told everyone I was having a mental breakdown and accusing her of crimes because TikTok told me to. So I went to the station with printed credit reports, screenshots of the card accounts listing her address or phone number, and the call log from when she admitted it on the phone. I also submitted the identity theft report documentation. Here's what happened next. My mom texted me 63 times in one day, mostly alternating between "I'm sorry" and "I hate you." My aunt called me a snake. My cousin messaged me, "You know she's your mom, right?" My little brother 20 called me privately and asked if I could check his credit because our mom borrowed his info once for a phone plan. I checked his credit. There's a card in his name to ... So now it's not just me. I told him to freeze his credit immediately. He did. My mom called him screaming the same day. My mom's newest line is that I'm destroying her life over a mistake, but it doesn't feel like a mistake. Mistakes don't involve filling out applications, using my SSN, maxing cards, and then trying to open a third account the second I protect myself. I keep replaying her words. "You're young, you can recover." It's like she sees my future as her emergency fund. I'm exhausted. I'm also weirdly calm, like something snapped into place. If your parent did this, did your family ever recover? Or is this the point where you accept it's done? Final update, 59 days later. I'm posting this because people asked, and because I desperately needed posts like this when I was spiraling. The credit situation. Both fraudulent accounts are now closed. One company removed the balance after the identity theft documentation cleared. The other fought me for a while, but after the police report plus identity theft report, they finally marked it as fraud and removed it. My credit score took a hit at first, but it's already climbing back faster than I expected. The legal situation limited details. I can't share everything, but yes, there were consequences for my mom. When my brother's account surfaced, it turned into something the police took more seriously. Apparently, one account can be framed as a misunderstanding, but a pattern is a pattern. Family fallout. The people who called me cruel have gone quiet. Not because they apologized, because the story stopped working once it wasn't just me. My aunt sent me a text that said, "I hope you're happy." I didn't respond. Because here's the truth. I am happier. Not because my mom is suffering, but because I'm not drowning. My brother and I are closer now. We talk about money like it's real, not like it's a shameful secret. He told me he'd always felt like our mom treated him like a backup plan. Turns out he was right. The emotional part. I started therapy. I learned a phrase that made me cry in the parking lot after my session. You can feel guilt without being guilty. That's where I'm living now. I blocked my mom for a while. I'm not saying no contact forever. I'm saying access to me is earned, not assumed. If you're reading this because it happened to you, freeze your credit. Document everything. Don't let anyone talk you into carrying a debt you didn't choose. Love doesn't require self-destruction. And if your family tries to crown you the villain because you refuse to be the victim, let them. I'm done auditioning for the role.